Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. This is Arsu Kakkad. Welcome to GK Today. In this particular session, we'll have a look over the important current affairs of today. But before starting, let me tell you that these questions are a part of your daily 20 MCQ series that you can get on GK Today's Android application app. There are more than 500 plus questions available every month. Category wise questions are also there, so you can refer to GK Today Android app, right? So with this, I hope you all are ready with the very first question. I hope many of you have read the question and are ready with the answers. So should I read? Okay, chalo. Let's have a look. The first question says India hosted the lead IT summit on the sidelines of COP27 along with which country? So there are names of four countries, different options are there, and the question is saying there was a summit that was hosted by India on the side. Basically, India hosted this summit along with which country? Name of the country that you have to tell on the sidelines of COP27. COP27, as you all know, the environment related meetings they are going on. So on the sideline of this COP27, it was going on, and India also hosted a summit, lead IT summit, and this summit was hosted along with Sweden. So option A is the correct answer here. We'll have a look where Sweden is, but before that, let me tell you where is COP27. These meetings were in Egypt. I hope that you all remember. So this summit, lead IT summit, it was also hosted, but on the sidelines of this COP27 that was going on, India and Sweden hosted this summit. What is the full form of it? Leadership for Industry Transition Initiative. It was launched back by the governments of Sweden and India in 2019. It was also supported by World Economic Forum. So there are in this summit total membership is of 37 countries, there are companies, and the last members of this initiative are Japan, South Africa. Reading all these things and covering all these things, the very important point is what is this summit all about, what it is saying. Leadership for industry transition, lead IT. It basically emphasizes the commitment to pursue low carbon transition, right? So basically we should move to net zero emissions, we should reduce our carbon emissions, and low carbon transition should be there for the industrial sector. So this summit is focusing upon that these industries, they should focus upon how they can cut down their emissions. Low carbon transition, you should make a transition to it. It has also various other benefits apart from reducing the greenhouse gas emissions. What are those? Creating job opportunities, socio-economic development, innovation, and enhancing the energy security, changes, basically resilience to the change in climate. So there are several co-benefits also, but here the main agenda is that these energy intensive industries, this is very important, energy intensive industries. So these energy intensive industries must progress, and they can, and they must progress in this field on low carbon, right? Achieving what should be your aim? Aim should be net zero carbon emissions, right? So this is led IT summit. Full form is Leadership for Industry Transition, right? Then, yeah, before moving to the next question, where is Sweden as we are covering? See here. Capital is Stockholm. Covering the Sweden, basically, the bordering our countries are Norway. Here it is Norway. Finland, it is bordering to, below there is Denmark. Here is Germany, Poland, right? Baltic Sea. And we do look over the other seas also. North Sea, Atlantic Ocean is there, Norwegian Sea, Arctic Ocean is there, Barents Sea. So these are the different. You should have a look over the map. When you are looking over the map, make sure that you cover almost everything near to it, surrounding it, right? So that you can have an idea now. Okay, where is Norwegian Sea? Where is North Sea? Is Norway near to Sweden or not? Right. So these things you should know. Okay. Next question is Artemis is the name of moon rocket launched by which country? A recently launched mission by, if I say NASA, then the answer is very easy for you. Okay, then the right answer is USA, option C. So Artemis is the name of moon rocket. You can see here. It is launched by which country? USA. Please do remember that. It is the first flight of NASA's 21st century. This mission is basically a moon exploration program, right? Earlier there was, but back 50 years ago, and you can say there was Apollo, the name of the program was. But now if I talk about 21st century, this is the first flight, and the most powerful rocket Artemis to the moon has been launched by the American Space Agency. The name is NASA, right? So please do remember that. In this, now please do understand this, these missions will be a series like Artemis 1, Artemis 2 mission, and Artemis 3 mission. Artemis 1 mission's aim is basically it is sending uncrewed spacecraft. Very important. In Artemis 1 mission that it is launched today, yesterday, it was uncrewed. There was no astronaut there. There were some payloads, satellites, CubeSats, right? They were there in this particular mission, which will search for water in all its forms, and it will map whether there is an availability of hydrogen that can be utilized as a source of energy, right? But it is uncrewed. There is no human. There is no astronaut. Artemis 1 mission contains 3 dummies basically in its capsule. 3 dummy passengers, right? Those will mimic like humans, like basically they will have soft tissue skin. Why we are doing this? Because in Artemis 2 mission in 2024, it will be crewed mission where human or astronauts will be there, and in Artemis 3 it will be in 2025. Artemis 2 will be in 2024, Artemis 3 will be in 2025. It will also be a crewed mission, but there will be proper landing on the moon on the Artemis, basically with Artemis 3 mission, right? So please do remember Artemis 1 is uncrewed, and also you have to remember 2 to 3 other points. That is, the name of the rocket is Space Launch System rocket, and this capsule, right, in this rocket above where you will have 3 dummy passengers, that is known as Orion spacecraft. This term is very important. Please do remember Orion spacecraft. Are you getting my point? So basically this mission is completely about extracting the resources found on moon. Very important. Please do remember that, so as to harness hydrogen, helium as a energy resource. I hope now you all are able to understand what I'm trying to say with respect to this mission. Moving on to the next. This is also very important. A very important concept, I would say, that everybody should listen very carefully. But before that, let us take this question. What is the name of the account a bank holds on behalf of another, often a foreign bank? What is the name of the account a bank holds on behalf of the another, often a foreign bank? So the right answer of this question is Vostro account. Option B is the correct answer. So you should understand what is this Vostro Nostro account and why we are covering, because recently RBI also has allowed opening of 9 special Vostro accounts, right, in 2 Indian banks, UCO Bank and IndusLand Bank. For this, first of all, what is this Nostro Vostro? We have to understand. That is very important. Here it is written Vostro account is the name of account that a bank holds on the behalf of another, often a foreign account. We are not able to understand, but this is. Now let us have a look what this is. Nostro and Vostro. Are you able to see this? If not, let us take an example through it. There is Bank A and there is Bank B, right? Or you can say, let's say Bank X or Bank Y, right? This will bank. Okay, I'll write it once again for you. Let's make things clear again. Bank X, Bank Y, right? Bank X, the customer here, it is in India and the name is A, right? Bank Y, the customer here is B and let's say it is in US. they both are in trade relations. Like if you're sending something to them, this pen or any of your items, so person A, customer A is in company A, you can say anything now for that matter. Let's say for making it simple, let's say it is person A has a trade relation with the one who lives in US. So now what will happen? So person B will give the payment. How will person B give the payment? Why there is an issue? Because this person A does not have anything, any account in bank Y, nor this bank X has any of its subsidiary in US. So how will that happen? For this bank X, where the person A has account in bank X says to bank Y, okay, now what we will do? See, there comes the concept of vostro and nostro account. So there will be a account in bank Y that will be nostro account, that will be open, right? Okay, bank X will say bank Y be my representative, and when bank Y will be the representative of bank X, person B will submit the deposit, the amount. That is as simple as that. But for that there is a nostro account that will be opened in bank Y, right, with respect to India. Now you have to understand only two things with respect to this. I am taking 2 to 3 minutes extra because it is very important. See, nostro means our and vostro means yours. From Indian perspective, I am saying it as nostro account because it is our account, right? But from the perspective of US, from the perspective of bank Y, it is your account. That is why it is known as vostro account. Are you getting my point? This is only nostro and vostro. The key term here that you need to take away is nostro means our and vostro means yours. So now because of this Russia-Ukraine crisis, because of the sanctions on Russia, so as to make sure that the trade goes smooth with Russia, we are basically trading with Russia in rupee. Now for that matter, RBI has basically allowed the opening of vostro account, right? RBI has now allowed for vostro account. This is India. RBI has allowed for vostro account. So from Indian perspective, from Indian banks perspective, vostro account, why we are saying it vostro account? Because it is yours account, right? Yours. Are you getting my point? So this way it is nostro, and if it is our account, it is nostro. If it is your account, it is vostro. So similar is the case. Now if bank X is opening, bank X is in India, is allowed to open the account in bank Y. That bank Y is in US, in the US dollar. The currency will be US dollar there, right? So that account will be nostro account because from Indian perspective, it is our account, right? This is very important for today's session. I hope you are taking these things because rest everything you can do. But this was the, I would say, a very 5-star thing, I would based on the importance of nostro vostro. So I think now the things are clear to you. You will never forget if you know what nostro and vostro means. Then coming to the next question, what is the theme of annual G20 summit held in Bali? So the theme of annual G20 summit held in Bali is this: recover together, recover stronger. Option A is the correct answer. I hope that you all know we have covered number of times about G20 meeting that was happening in Bali, and also India will be assuming the leadership, the presidency of G20 for a year, right, from 1st of December. And also we covered about G20's theme, the symbol, lotus symbol, the Vasudev Kutumbakam, right? So everything I have covered in detail, and I have given you the homework also. I hope many of you have done. The members of G20 do remember that, right? Moving on to the next question, which is the second largest producer of steel in India after China? Yes, please. The second largest producer of steel in the world after China is India. Option A is the correct answer. So here India has moved from the 4th largest producer of steel to the second largest steel producer. Government has done various initiatives in this regard, launched Purvodaya program. What was its aim? Development of Eastern India through the establishment of integrated steel hub. Why we are focusing upon Eastern India here? Because Eastern India, if I talk about the states like Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal, northern part of Andhra Pradesh, they hold about 80% of the iron ore reserves, 100% of cooking coal, and different other vast resources of chromite, bauxite, dolomite, right? And see these, when you are taking these steps, you see these numbers that you are going right. Second largest producer of steel after China is India, and this was announced during a steel conference of state governments held in New Delhi. If I talk about per capita steel consumption it grew from 57.8 kilogram to 78 kilogram with a growth of 50% in last 8 years. Clear? When is National Press Day observed? National Press Day. It is observed on 16th of November. Option C is the correct answer. 16th of November is celebrated as National Press Day, where the media, the press should they should have the freedom, right? The pillar of one of the pillar of the democracy. So Press Council of India celebrated 16th November as the Press Day. Press Council of India is the watchdog, you can say, to ensure that press is not affected by the influence or threats. The theme is the media's role in nation building. We all know that. The Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting released the norms of journalist conduct 2022. If I talk about Press Council of India, it is a statutory body. Right, it is a statutory body. It was formed in 1966 by it was formed in 1966 by the Parliament. And if you are asked who is the chairman of this council, Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai. These are some of the important takeaways. Please do remember that. National Newborn Week. It is observed in which month every year? Every year National Newborn Week is observed when? It is observed on in the month of November. Option A is the correct answer. So basically, National Health Mission. This mission observes National Newborn Week 2022 from 15th November to 21st November every year. You can understand from the name, National Newborn Week. So aim is to spread the awareness of child survival, the care for the newborns for a healthy nation, right? So this is the week that we observe, and the theme is ensuring quality health care for every newborn, right? So please do remember the theme also for this year. As per the Corporate Affairs Ministry, which state added the most number of new companies? As per the Corporate Affairs Ministry, which state added the most number of new companies? So there are 4 options and the right answer is Maharashtra. Option A is the right answer. So Maharashtra is basically the state that has added the most number of new companies. If I say UP, yes, it is followed by UP. Uttar Pradesh has added 30,000 new companies in the last 3 years, and it ranked 3rd state in terms of active companies, behind only Maharashtra and Delhi, right? Maharashtra, Delhi, UP. So Uttar Pradesh had added 30,000 companies, new companies, if I talk about active, in terms of active companies. Also, if you remember, we have covered YOTA D1. What is it? The North India's first hyperscale data center in Noida, right? So please do remember YOTA D1 center. We have covered that already. When is International Day for Tolerance observed? Every year. So it is observed on 16th of November. Option C is the right answer. Every year on 16th of November, International Day for Tolerance is observed, right? So in 1996, United Nations General Assembly declared that 16th of November will be International Day for Tolerance, so that we can spread awareness. We should be tolerant in our daily lives also. What is the importance of tolerance in our society? Make people understand the negative effects of intolerance in your lives. I hope that you all are very well aware of it. So we should be tolerant enough. And UNESCO also created a prize for the promotion of tolerance and non-violence, that is called as UNESCO Madanjeet Singh Prize, right? It is for the promotion of tolerance and non-tolerance rewards. This prize is given in for the one who have an important role in the activities like in the field of science, art, culture, communication. It is to promote the spirit of tolerance and non-violence. Got it? PSMA agreement, it is associated with which field? PSMA agreement is associated with which field? You are having 4 options. What do you think is the right answer? Unregulated fishing. Option B is the right answer here. So PSMA is associated with unregulated fishing. PSMA stands for Agreement on Port State Measures. So FAOs, it is of Food and Agriculture Organizations Agreement. It is the first international binding instrument that is designed for eliminating the illegal, unreported, and the unregulated fishing. It has recently signed, which all other countries have recently signed this agreement? Angola, Eritrea, Morocco, Nigeria, right? They have recently signed this agreement and taking the number of signatories to 100 countries. Clear? Now with this, we are done with our today's important current affairs. Now let's have a look over your revision category. First question, I hope you all are able to see and give the answer. What do you think is the right answer of this question? Adani Green has commissioned world's largest wind solar power plant. In which Indian city? Remember? Jaisalmer. This is your homework. Which country inaugurated Maitri Super Thermal Power Project constructed under India's concessional financing scheme? Bangladesh. What is the name of hydrogen that is produced from a carbon-free nuclear power? Pink hydrogen. Which country has submitted its final roadmap to restore its nuclear deal with world powers? Iran. In which state world's largest floating solar power plant is set to build? Madhya Pradesh. Okay, India's Renew Power signed a MOU with which African country to produce green hydrogen? Just a second, sorry. Yeah, it is Egypt. Recently, we were having our conference of parties 27 and there this renewable company, the Renew Power company, the private company based in Gurugram, they have signed an MOU also with Egypt. Okay, let us produce green hydrogen, right? We have covered what green hydrogen is. The World Bank has approved a funding of rupees 1600 crores. If you're forgetting, let me quickly revise what green hydrogen is. See, if you are doing the electrolysis and you are providing electricity to take the hydrogen from here, and this electricity in the electrolysis process, if you are providing it from the renewable sources of energy, like for example solar power, then this is known as green hydrogen, right? Okay, so when it is nuclear power, then it is pink hydrogen. The World Bank has approved a funding of rupees 1600 crore to which state for power sector development? Himachal Pradesh. Which is India's third and the most recent power exchange that was launched recently? Hindustan Power Exchange, right? Moving to the next category, there are some summits that were in news. We'll see where these summits were. First question, which city is the host of World Green Economy Summit? Dubai. Which city is the host of Global Skills Summit? New Delhi. Host of Sustainable Textile Summit supported by MSME Ministry? New Delhi. Which country is the host of Conference on Confidence Building Measures and Interaction in Asia Summit? Kazakhstan. Which country is the host of Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit 2022? Uzbekistan. Right? Then this is your homework. Okay, which city hosted Cybercrime Investigation and Intelligence Summit? Bhopal. Right? And this next question is also your homework. So 2 from this. Which country is the host of World Health Summit for Pride of Homeopathy? UAE. And which is the venue for the 4th edition of India Clean Air Summit? Bangalore. Moving to the last category, there are certain declarations that were in news. Let us have a look over the very first one. Libreville Declaration is associated with which region? Africa. Jerusalem Declaration is a strategic agreement between Israel and which other country? USA. Varanasi Declaration is associated with which field? Education. Lisbon Declaration is associated with the conservation of which entity? Oceans. Beijing Declaration is associated with which summit? BRICS. Right? Then, which state has signed a joint declaration in the field of integrated water resource management? Haryana. This question you will tell the answer. I am reading it for you. Declaration for the Future of Internet, which was announced recently. It is associated with which field? Right? So do search it out. Bali Declaration, which was unveiled recently, aims to prevent illegal trade of which product? Mercury. And the last question, which global association released the Declaration on Privacy and Protection of Personal Data? European Union. Right? So this is your homework. The other 3 questions, and expect the answers in the comment section. With this, I, Arzu Kakkad, wish everybody a very best of luck. Happy learning, everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you.